Tick-tock, baby. Karrion Kross is out here quoting Moby Dick. We got whales, works, and world titles on the line. Punk versus Yeeting. Cody versus Drew. And don't forget AEW's Wrestle Dream, which sounds less like a pay-per-view and more like Tony Khan's ambient trip. AEW's Wrestle Dream looking more like Wrestle Nap, or we bout to make all these sickos really mad. Let's find out. Jesse, ring the bell.
You are now listening to the Ringside Wrestling Podcast.
And we're back for another episode of Ringside Renaissance. And we're here with the RW Weekly Review for WWE, NXT, AEW, Karrion Kross. It's all a work. Everything in between in the world of pro wrestling. And we are, as seen on Netflix, Busted Open Approved, the bad boys of the wrestling podcast world. Yeah. Like, share, and subscribe. Because I'm here with the best co-host, the best tag team partner, the best friend in the world, pretty, deadly, Jesse. Yeah. And I'm Andrew. Combat Joe. Click, clack. Yeah. Let's go.
Oof. Man, oh man. I was going to say, Wrestle Dream, man, you have to be asleep to believe it. What a week in pro wrestling, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of nonsense, a lot of nothingness, a lot of, is it a work? Is it not a work? Man, we were just blown away by everything that happened. We found out that Seth Rollins wasn't a work. He did legitimately hurt his shoulder. They said he needed surgery. He's going to be out for an undisclosed length of time. We still didn't know if Karrion Kross is a work or is not a work. It's a work.
Oh, but Moby Dick, Ishmael.
That's right.
Yeah.
I am Ishmael.
Interesting. Are
That's
you?
Right.
Okay. We are narrating this story here. And I don't have a book, but I have something to pay my respects to. R.I.P. to the spaceman, Space Ace, Space Fraley from Kiss. Moment of silence. Yeah.
Oh, man, you surprised me with that one, man. Beautiful. Beautiful thing.
R.I.P.
Man, you know, it's funny how like the real world kind of replicates wrestling in so many ways. And us growing up, I remember you got me introduced into Kiss, well, back in like 7th grade.
Yep.
Ace Frehley was the man. I even wore your Kiss t-shirt to go to a photo shoot. And you had a lot of problems with that back in the day. But man, R.I.P. to the legend, man, the spaceman Ace Frehley.
Wow. I don't even remember that, but I got to find the picture of where I painted my face for Halloween that time as Ace Frehley, too. Yeah, Yep. But shout out to Ace Frehley, the best member of Kiss, without a doubt. He ain't on that bullshit. Made me want to play guitar. Him and Tom DeLonge, without a doubt. Throw in a little Jimi Hendrix, and there you have it. Any guitar solo you hear me play, you can hear it. You already know. But we lived the movie Detroit Rock City in our own time.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
Very much so.
In junior high, in high school.
It was a time, that's for sure. It was a
vibe. It was a vibe. It's as the new kids would call it. It was a vibe. Yeah.
And that's no cap.
No cap. Yep. Type shit. Yeah.
Type shit. But man, oh man, you know what I mean? It's well, what is it? As of this recording, it is a Wednesday, but SmackDown was last Friday, and I gotta say I'm getting less and less intrigued by it. This is the thing is, okay, so we do our shows a few days after the events to try to recap the whole week as a whole, and so I go back through, I watch SmackDown or I watch Raw, and then I go back and watch the highlight videos that WWE puts out on YouTube, and you look up SmackDown highlights from last Friday, and they condense a 2-hour SmackDown into an 8.5-minute video.
Yeah,
and it's like
it's
they don't
nice
even
sometimes.
Yeah, but they don't even believe in their own hype. Like, here's 8.5 minutes that you need to know out of a 2-hour show. So
it's Nick Nemeth's favorite thing.
Yeah,
you don't got to watch the whole show. Yeah,
that and Vicky Guerrero. Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah,
but yeah, SmackDown was kind of cool because they were saying it was billed as being a #1 contender match between Drew McIntyre and Jacob Fatu for the undisputed WWE Championship that Cody Rhodes owns.
Going in, we heard that Jacob Fatu was hurt and was going to be out, but then we were shocked to hear that he was going to be in the #1 contenders match.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah,
but that wasn't meant to be. Because now I don't know. They said that it was a non-wrestling related injury as to why he has to get some time off, and then we saw him backstage with a guardrail on him and his mouth bleeding, and then I don't know where I saw this report that he had to get dental work done, and that's the reason why he'll be out. But I said, I think maybe people are just kind of feeding into his mouth bleeding, and
maybe, or the werewolf is eating too much.
Ow!
The teeth. Ow! The teeth. Yeah.
Remember, kids, floss after brushing, or else you'll end up like Jacob Fatu.
Yeah.
But you know what? Hey, whatever's going on with them, T's and P's. But we didn't end up getting Jacob Fatu versus Drew McIntyre, and Cody demanded.
Yeah, his teeth were on the ground. His fangs were on the floor.
I think he drank a Coors Light because the only thing that can kill a werewolf is a silver bullet.
Hey, let's go! It's spooky season, and I'll tell you what, Silver Bullet. That's a move. That's one best werewolf movie ever made.
Ever,
in my opinion, I think it's the best. Yeah,
okay,
I think
your opinion's wrong, but that's all right.
What are you going? American Werewolf in London or something? Or?
Teen Wolf. With Michael J. Fox.
Okay, that's a comedy.
Is there even a debate? I mean, come on.
That's a comedy.
It doesn't matter. A comedy masterpiece is what it is.
Okay.
But yeah, so it was who done it, who did it. Cody Rhodes wanted answers. Drew McIntyre was out in the ring, and of course this was towards the end of SmackDown, but we'll go back to the other stuff. But Drew McIntyre was in the ring. Cody came out fired up, and he wasn't having no shit from Drew McIntyre. He was ready to roll.
Ready to roll, yeah. A little bit of heelish Cody to a certain extent, too, with the belt. I don't, but, Cody Rhodes can't turn heel at this point. There'd be nobody to fill his shoes, nobody else to sell the merch. Everybody else is already a tweener. If not, like, we got too many faces anyways. Cody Rhodes turning heel wouldn't make sense because they can't sell no merch then. And God knows they need it. They need him to promote SmackDown because the numbers just aren't looking good right now. At all. The numbers aren't looking good for ESPN from what I hear, that they are losing money too. So we'll see how long people will be having to be paying for this ESPN app.
Man.
Or if it'll have to go the full contract, or maybe they can get a buyout. I don't know if that works that way, but regardless.
They're really regretting Stephanie telling everybody to use a VPN and not to. And I wonder how much of their profits from ESPN are directly going to a golden ballroom that they're demolishing a historic landmark to build. It's just interesting how that works out. But yeah, Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre had a feud, or had a little brawl, I should say, and let's do it right now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Man, oh man, you wonder if he gets that fired up in the bedroom, man. Like,
Oh, he's a different self on his podcast. That's for sure.
yeah,
Because he's drinking that Wheatley.
a
So
little bit too much Wheatley, yeah.
Brandy would know, but
I just think that, he's like the master of the ring in WWE in the bedroom. He's the master of the cock ring. He just puts that thing on and really cinches
White
up and
light.
goes to town.
White Lightning. Yeah. Yeah. He's got that hair, baby. Yeah.
So I guess we're going to be getting Drew McIntyre versus Cody Rhodes. What's that? Saturday night's main event, I believe. And
Saturday night main event. Yep. November 1st, Salt Lake City, Utah. Shout out to SLC Punk.
That's right. What a great movie, man. What a great throwback.
Yes.
Great throwback, man. But yeah,
Might
so
be foreshadowing.
ooh. You think if Matthew Lillard's in the front row, we know what's about to happen. Yeah, so other things like they had the U.S. title open challenge. Sami Zayn was in the ring. The Miz came out to challenge him. Carmelo Hayes kind of cut that off and didn't want anything to do with that. And but we did have, and I gotta say this because you gotta vouch for me here, right? After we did our last episode, we put our last episode out on YouTube, and I texted you and I said, I forgot to bring up that Ilya Dragunov should be returning soon. And you said, oh, yeah, that's true. And then a day later, Ilya Dragunov returns to challenge for the U.S. Open title.
He returned. Where did you get that? You were just thinking that, or you were?
Yeah, I just popped in my head. I just hadn't seen Ilya Dragunov in a long time, and I was thinking more towards Royal Rumble. It was wild. Hey, listen, we could have been like all of these fake ass insiders that go online and try to act like there's something special because their brother-in-law's sister's cousin's brother's former roommate is a ring attendee. But it is what it is. But
you just remember it's ringside Renaissance, baby, and it's a fatality with Pretty Deadly Jesse Combat Jones against the IWC.
That's right, and I don't want to sit here and say like I know everything, or I'm not as conceited as someone that wears their own face on their T-shirt. But like,
I was just gonna say that. I was like, I am. I was about to volunteer for that spot. Damn.
But we did get Ilya Dragunov returning to take on Sami Zayn, and actually won the United States title on his return match back, and that's kind of a slap in the face of Carmelo Hayes. Been on SmackDown for a year and hasn't done anything, and Ilya's. But hey, what a way to come back from an injury to win a a title, and he looked jacked, bro. He looked really. Yeah,
he's bulked up. He's jacked. He's got a whole tattoo going down his neck and into his chest and all that. He looked different too. He had some fire too. He was coming out strong. Sami Zayn didn't know what he was about to get in for, but that's why he's been doing it every week. It's been quite a few weeks in a row now, too. And people have been kind of getting upset with the repetitiveness of it, too.
Yeah.
To a certain extent. And Carmelo getting kicked out of it, too, would be enough to trigger MVP and set enough people off on Levesque on trips in the IWC and of itself. And Miz has got his own problems trying to get a match with John Cena, of course, in that aspect too. So, whole lot of controversy to go around. But the IWC was not mad about Ilya Dragunov hitting that H-bomb and putting on one hell of a match with Sami Zayn, one hell of a return. The audience was somewhat behind it when he won. I think probably the people at home were probably a lot more pumped. You know what I'm saying? The whole WWE universe as a whole, you would probably say, because that crowd was, interesting.
Yeah.
But
crowds, I feel like, have been dying out. There hasn't really been that much electricity from the crowds, but that's the American crowds, and we talked about that at length before. So
when you put it up against, and the last show was in Australia, and then you in somewhere else. I mean, it's hard to. Yeah. It's night and day. Literally.
There are some things. There are some things they do kind of pop for, but what they didn't pop for is, I gotta say, man, the MFTs were in the ring. And shout out to their Insane Clown Posse makeup that they have on. And
I don't know if it's Insane Clown Posse or Dead President's movie or what they're doing, but
I'm not exactly sure.
Yeah,
but yes, going on about the MFTs are taking over SmackDown, and then we get the BD Bo Dallas on the Titantron. And I'll tell you this much: what a lack of a pop for the Wyatt Sucks coming out, man. Man, you could have heard a mouse farting in that arena when they came out. It's like, I think that experiment is officially over. Sorry, Howdy LFC. I know you're giving us a lot of hate, but
yeah,
it just doesn't seem like it's doing it.
Not at all. And got Solo Sikoa looking like he's ready to give the Samoan spike to Nikki Cross.
Is that innuendo for something, or is it?
I mean, it could be. You never know.
That's what I'd call it if I was.
You gotta read between the lines. You know. Yeah.
You gotta read between the ropes you're throwing.
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
I don't know where they're going with that.
Ropes go.
I feel like. So we were talking
and hard.
We've been talking about the War Games, where they're going to go with War Games, what's going to happen with it, will they, won't they, whatever. But if you look at it, just, I guess, seeing the forest for the trees, the MFTs are a 5-man group. So I can kind of see them kind of just written in there somewhere.
Oh, Lord.
I mean, I don't know. I really don't know. I'm trying to figure it out.
Are we going to get the Wyatts versus the MFTs for a main event for a War Games match? That would be what WWE would do right now, to go at ESPN and be like, this is our best product. Yeah. This is our best. These are our best people. And then all the other matches are just single matches or whatever of random stuff. I hope that's not the case. Lord have mercy. Yeah, that wouldn't even be a main event on a frickin' NXT show, for Christ's sake.
Could you imagine?
That wouldn't have outdid the NXT TNA showdown.
The whole inside of Howdy LFC's house would look like a glazed donut if they had the Wyatt Sucks in the main event of War Games. But I just don't see that happening. But
War Games.
But yeah, so I don't know. Oh boy, that one threw me off. And then we had the final thing for SmackDown really of note is that we have the women's tag team champions Charlotte and Alexa Bliss retaining their title. We had
Blake Monroe.
Yeah, Blake Monroe. Yep, there we go. We got there. I couldn't think
Blake
of her name.
Monroe. Yeah,
that's such a hard name to remember.
Formerly known as. Yep.
Yeah, but yeah, we had her kind of costing the challengers the title, Sol Roca, and really nailing this one. Zarya, my goodness.
Yeah, they're bringing the NXT people in from time to time and letting them get some shine for the tag team stuff mostly.
Yeah, they have to do something. There's really no other people in the women's division, So
yeah, I guess there's not much. There's not much competition for them. It's not much competition for them, anyways. Regardless, so. But yeah, that is what it is.
I'll tell you this much: when Alexa Bliss is on TV, Combat Jones is stiff competition for her. So
yeah, somewhat.
Yeah. Oh, okay. No,
she's all right.
Okay.
The match. They're a good team and all, but I'm kind of over SmackDown with the booking a little bit as far as like that and stuff. Like I'm just not feeling it right now as much with even with Charlotte and Alexa. Like they're a great team and what they're doing is good, but it's just like it's repetitive and it's just kind of obvious to me of what's happening, especially when you're bringing in NXT. I'm happy that they're bringing in the NXT talent for them to get the shine and to get some time on TV and see how they are, so they can see where to push them. But same time, it's like, what do you expect? You know what's going to happen. So it's not. Where's the unpredictability?
I'll tell you this much. I'll tell you what I didn't expect. was I didn't expect Monday Night Raw to go as hard as they did, because this was one of the best episodes of Monday Night Raw I've seen in a long time.
Oh, really?
Yes, from top to bottom.
Okay.
I didn't think there was too much like filler or like nonsense involved with it, pushing the stories. And you've got to remember, they just lost their world heavyweight champion to unforeseen circumstances, so having to kind of pivot around that and do what they're doing. The only thing I didn't like, and
well, it's interesting.
Yeah. Well, the only thing I didn't like about it was that Adam Pearce came out and was gonna announce that there was a battle royal for the world heavyweight title, and that whole interaction we had with Braun Breaker was a little bit awkward to me. It was
say please.
Yeah. Say pretty please.
Say pretty please. Say pretty please. Scrap daddy app.
Sugar on top. It was kind of weird. It's kind of like, thank you, sir. Can I have another? Like, that's kind of what it reminded me of. So that was a little bit awkward to me.
Please.
But why would they have Braun Breaker take the title just to bring it back and relinquish it? Just
give
like,
it back.
Oh, here it is. Yeah, it's kind of
things are playing out kind of interesting. For one, to start with Seth Rollins, his injury, like they said that he has undergone his surgery allegedly, right? Mm-hmm. But they haven't said anything more than they alluded to that it's his shoulder, but they haven't said like what it was with his shoulder, rotator cuff or this or that or anything, or how long he will be out, which is interesting. I don't think he's faking it again. I would hope not. If he is, I mean, I guess it's going to be interesting to see why, or you know, I'm the king of faking injuries. I got you all again. That's just going to be his whole gimmick from now on. Awesome. It's just, every few months he just fakes an injury and he shows up and then he gets over on the opponent. For my surprise.
I'm a visionary. I'm a revolutionary. I'm a hypochondriac.
I'm an engineer. I'm an injury. Hey,
you never know. You never know. Yeah. That could be his new shtick, I guess. I mean,
but they didn't see it coming. So, you know, they pull up and Braun Breaker walking with the title. He looked good with the title and all, but can he talk with it? Do they need Paul Heyman with it? You know, with him. Then Bronson Reed too. He beat Roman Reigns, but where's he going? They can't both be the champion. You know, what's his ceiling at this point? Just because you beat Roman Reigns, but which is a big accomplishment, but in the end, like, what more are you going to do? You're going to go after a secondary title, or are you just going to be there to help the guy that's going to try to get the title? Like, well, what are you really doing?
I could tell you where they're going to go with them in my head, and this isn't a prediction, it's a spoiler. Is that we had new tag team champions crowned. AJ Styles and Dragon Lee defeated the Judgment Day, ended their reign, became the new tag team champions. And what a better way to kind of be like a transitional champion for AJ Styles and Dragon Lee to then lose it to Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker and have them be the tag team champions for.
Oh, you think that's what's going to happen?
I have a sneaking suspicion. They didn't want them to beat the Judgment Day because the Judgment Day is trying to be a heel group.
Okay.
So to have them lose the titles to, you know, a babyface, AJ Styles and Dragon Lee, just to kind of transition them over into Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed makes sense in my head. But
yeah, and after all that, it's very interesting because after they handed the title over, then after a little while later, we had got them back in the locker room with Paul Heyman talking to Paul Heyman, and at first they were supposed to be in the Battle Royal. They were in the graphic for the Battle Royal, and Paul Heyman's talking to Adam Pearce first, and Scrap Daddy tells him to ask nicely and say, please, pretty please with sugar on top again. And he says, no, nay, you're not in it. Which I was surprised. I was like, I expected them to be in the Battle Royal. I didn't see that coming, and then for them to take them out. So I guess it kind of maybe makes sense of what you're saying. They're going to go after the tag titles, but I think it could also lead to another avenue with them. But I kind of like your idea with the tag titles because then they kind of have something both together to go on, you know, and it adds some legitimacy to it.
Yeah.
And then they go back and Paul Heyman's telling them, and the response back from Braun Breaker was interesting. Like, oh, we got a lot to learn. I guess we got a lot to learn, huh? Like, is that sarcasm? Was he joking? Or is he being serious? Because it kind of like he got dog walked a little bit.
Yeah,
I was confused.
Okay, DMX. Yeah,
rat dog.
I just don't know. I really don't know what they're kind of doing. Like I said, I know they're trying to pivot, but I just kind of lost among that.
Everything's got to be a pivot right now. That's the thing. So yeah.
Right. What I'm not lost on, and I'm sure you picked up on this because your dong senses were tingling, but before the tag team title match, the Judgment Day was back in the locker room, and Roxanne Perez was talking to JD McDonough and Finn Balor, and then Dom came in, and Roxanne Perez has kind of shown a little bit more sticky butter towards dirty Dominic Mysterio, and Raquel Rodriguez was kind of staring her down. But if you looked up above them, you blew your load too early. But if you looked up above them, there was a picture of Liv Morgan sitting up on the shelf, which I don't think I've even, if it's been up there, I haven't noticed it in the past few weeks. I don't think they've really had much for Judgment Day, like Clubhouse segments and stuff recently. So they've been, I was like, quick. They're teasing it back. You know what I mean?
They're teasing it. She's still working on the farm, doing her thing, but she's got to be coming back sooner or later. I mean, we can't forget that they had her show up to the WrestleMania announcement.
Mm-hmm.
We need her. We don't care how injured she is. She must be here, sitting next to His Excellency. Yeah. Well, not too close, though.
Shri Ravi Shankar, yeah.
Not too close. We like her, but we don't like her enough.
Not enough.
She's not equal, but she can still be here.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm curious about that. But like I said, I haven't seen anything much like that recently. So to see that actually happen and have the picture of her up there during it, I was very much so like, okay,
yeah, they're teasing it. She's definitely flirting with Dom a little bit, and who knows if they're gonna, turn up the heat on that little thing they got going, and the chemistry, and make some sexual tension between the two. Some Netflix style. Netflix and chill style.
He's got two belts holding his pants up, so it's a little bit harder. But
yeah, that neck tattoo too does something for the ladies. Yeah.
Yeah. So also to go back to the Braun Breaker Bronson Reed thing, I like how Paul Heyman said that it was the Vision, but this is the Revision. So I'm like, I wonder if that's going to be the name now. They're going to kind of morph into the Revision.
Right. The Revision. We are the Revision.
We're the Revision.
Yeah.
Yeah, you make a statement and we will revise it. Also in the same vein as the Judgment Day is that, Roxanne Perez lost her match against Stephanie Vaquer for the women's
which started off, to be a good match, but then turned into somewhat of a botch fest.
Yeah,
here and there. Yeah,
it is what it is. It's not like they can both speak Spanish or nothing. There's a language barrier there, so that's joking. True. They can both speak Spanish, so So and then also we had Dirty Dom defend his Intercontinental title against Rusev, and boy, oh boy, I don't know. I'm just
the crowd was behind Dom.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's the thing is like they can't really. I don't see how they can just keep him a heel. Like he just
well they gotta because if not, then he totally loses his mystique of what he is at this point of being Dirty Dom. So he's got to be that heel, but still do dirty shit. Mm-hmm. He's got to still be the Eddie Guerrero type. You know what I'm saying? Like, if he goes too far to the other side, then it's just not going to work. And nobody was gonna root. People, I guess, wanted their hands to get. People wanted Miro to get his hands. Oh my God, Miro wanted Rusev Sorry, Tony Khan. Wanted Rusev to get his hands on Dom, months ago or a year ago, maybe even more, when Dom could barely talk when he held the microphone. But now Dom is a darling, an internet sensation around the world in the WWE universe. So, and I was curious to see how they were going to make him, or how he was going to figure out how to cheat to win again. And he did it again. Did it again 3 times in a row. It's like, how repetitive can it be? But he made it. He did it again and did it different. Made it brand new again. He finds
different ways to do it to make it like it's not.
Yeah.
It's not like a low blow and then hitting him with the belt like John Cena was doing. It was kind of
every time.
There's kind of a new, different way to do it. And shout out to Dirty Dom, man. 2 belts Dom, and man, at this point, Penta, it's almost like maybe Penta's gonna be the one to dethrone Dom. But I gotta say, Joe Tessitore really brought the juice during Raw too, man.
Yeah.
He was going crazy. He almost reminded me of Excalibur a little bit, the way he was screaming and yelling and just going crazy. I was like, man, he's probably wearing a sock over his face this episode.
Right. Time to smooch the devil.
Yeah.
Shooky dookie quacky quacky. Oh yeah, man.
I can tell you what about Maxine Dupree 2 weeks in a row has 2 wins over Becky Lynch. Like,
yes.
Wow.
Two wins that aren't real wins, but they still count. They're still win's a win. A W is a W in her hometown of Sacramento, California, nonetheless. Yeah.
She's very quickly becoming my favorite women's wrestler in WWE.
Oh, okay.
They had this little
favorite
social media
outfits
exclusive.
too.
Well, it is.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't really. Not really, but I know that they had this exclusive video on WWE social media of her going backstage, and she cut this fiery promo. Against Becky Lynch, that was really good. It sounded like she smoked 3 packs of Newports before she did it, but I don't know. I kind of just like the whole fire behind it. The crowd's into it, like the crowd's behind it.
I like
really
the underdog
cool
thing. Yeah, the aspect of that and everything, and they were fired up going in. Otis was fired up for her before they even started. Tozawa, yeah, exactly.
They can keep Tozawa and Otis on the roster, but not Karrion Kross.
Yeah.
So come on.
Yeah. Where's our truth been?
Hey, everybody wanted him until they got him. Then nobody wanted him anymore.
Well, they wanted him. They got him. It's just WWE didn't want him. They just decided to pay him.
Yeah.
Keep him on the bench.
That's right. Hey.
Say we don't care if you go make an album. Go make some music. Go make some rap country music. Go write a book. We don't care how big your song gets. When it comes time to, renegotiate your contract, we'll help you pay for the studio time and all that. But if you get a Grammy and a #1 hit, none of that popularity or how good your song is going to play into any a bit of your contract, because that doesn't matter.
No.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, we're going to take a large chunk of the royalties you get from your song.
Yes. Yep.
Because you made it while being underneath the WWE banner. So,
but it has no meaning on your contract. It has no bearing on your worth. Yeah.
No.
But you do you, Truth. Keep killing it. You got some bangers. Do your thing, man.
And then Becky Lynch, speaking of Becky Lynch, had a little fiery interaction with Paul Heyman backstage, and I don't know if she's supposed to be a heel, a baby face, an in-betweener. I really
turned the tide on this one.
Yes. Yeah. And it's like, I think that she's going to get the sympathy from the crowd that Seth is actually legitimately hurt, but then what are they
as much as I hate Seth
thing?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, she goes from the same thing with Maxine Dupree and then right to Paul like that. But it kind of helped in the way, because she's kind of looking all crazy and she's going to Paul and really giving it to him. But yeah, it's interesting how they're going to play that, because if she's going to be good now, and then she's got people were chanting AJ Lee at the end of that match.
Yeah.
I thought she was going to beat her down, and maybe that's what we were going to get, like a return, and we got Nikki Bella. Right?
No, that was at the end of the Stephanie
Oh, shit.
Becker match.
Hold on. God damn it. I'll take that part out. Yeah. I thought, though, you know, Becky was going to beat down Maxine Dupree, and we were going to get the AJ Lee music because the crowd was chanting that. But with the whole Nikki Bella thing coming out on the other match and helping Stephanie Vicor, backstage they had that little thing going on, and it looked like Nikki Bella was being a little disingenuous. I got like I didn't quite trust what she was saying to Stephanie Vicor, so I'm thinking maybe she turned on Stephanie Vicor and then they bring AJ back and AJ go against Nikki Bella, maybe.
Well, that would make sense because of them back in the Divas era. But like, I'm just not a fan of anything with Nikki Bella in it. As soon as her music hits, I zone right out. I'm like, on to the next thing.
And it was a botch fest at the end with that thing too, of what they were doing. But back to Becky Lynch, like you were saying, with Maxine Dupree, she's playing the straight up heel and did a great job with it, with the match, the way the match ended and everything, and her frustration and just taking off with the title. And then she meets up with Paul Heyman, and now I'm kind of behind her at this point with how she's talking to Paul, as much as I hate Seth Rollins, even, you know, and character-wise in that sense. But
yeah, that's why they're gonna have to play that very
But it was very well done. Very well done. I liked what she said to Paul. Like it came across very real, you know, like you felt it, and Paul was like, "Ah, shit."
Yeah, I don't know. I'd like to see her as a baby face. I'd like to see her as a baby face, but like I said, they'd have to pivot away from the whole thing that they're doing with Maxine Dupree and her right now. So that's kind of
maybe not until Seth comes back, because this is almost like the best work of her career too, of her being a heel and this whole thing. So it's like just a pivot from this now, because Seth's out. You might as well wait till Seth comes back at that point. Like, you're going to be continuously in the story here with Paul and the Bronze until Seth comes back, or the between person, the middleman for Seth. Like, she said what she said, and maybe that's what it'll be, and then now we'll move on to whatever they're doing, and she'll stay out of it until Seth comes back. She was just delivering the message, which was interesting, saying whoever, you know, you get behind, Nepo Baby and them, when Seth comes back, he's going to take all them out. So that leads to believe that when Seth comes back, Seth is going to be a babyface now.
Agreed.
Which he already gets the respect from the crowd. Just when he was starting to kind of get over as a heel somewhat from the crowd too, and get those boos. So it's really shitty timing, and a shitty time that they have to pivot at that, to say the least.
Yeah. I it's tough. I don't even know like the time frame. It's hard to
we don't know.
Even put any sort of like thought into this, because it's like, is he going to be out 2 months? Is he going to be out 8 months? Is he, you know?
Yep.
So it's kind of just, I don't know, just kind of up in the air until we kind of find out more of the injury and the length of time for it and everything else. So
it screws everything up for CM Punk and what they're doing if he comes back as a babyface too. Like a lot of stuff. There's a lot of, you know.
I think that feud is just
spider web parts.
I think because I think they were supposed to do Punk and Rollins at WrestleMania, and Punk got hurt, and now they were going to build up the whole title feud around Punk and Seth Rollins, and now Rollins is hurt, and I really just think
it's done now.
That whole angle is just snake bit, bro. There's just nothing they can do. Every time they try to get there, something happens. So I don't know. I really don't know if we have much merit in.
Seems like by the time they come back, they're going to be teaming up together, and setting their problems aside, take out the bronze or something. I don't even know. Like, but we got to see how long it's going to be. You know, that's the thing.
And until we get there, we got to crown a new world heavyweight champion, and to do that they had to have a battle royal to face CM Punk for the title at Saturday night's main event. And before this happened, this is where I'm confused on this. I'm just gonna go.
Okay.
So
Because you said you liked Raw, you loved Raw, but
Yeah,
I didn't like where they went with this, in my opinion.
Yeah, me neither.
I don't know.
I
I don't
was
know where they're going. I'll give them that. Obviously, we don't. It could be unpredictable, and they could get us. But
tell me when I'm telling lies.
I was confused with the commentary of it because
mm-hmm.
they had Jay and Jimmy Uso backstage, and they were talking their little tension and everything else, and they said, "Hey, listen, Jay started talking about Roman. Jimmy said Roman's not here. He's not in the Battle Royal, but we're both in the Battle Royal." And Jimmy said to him, like, "You better be careful out there because, like, I'm trying to win that I'm trying to win that match. I'm trying to get it." So Jay was like, "Okay, understood," So then the whole theme of the Battle Royal was going back and forth, and Jay almost got eliminated a couple times, and Jimmy came in and saved him.
Yep.
And
vice versa. Yeah.
Vice versa, right. And then it comes down to the end of the match. I don't want to skip over a lot of it, but it comes down to it. Jay dumps Jimmy Uso out, and the commentators are losing their shit over it. And
and Punk's there.
He saved him twice. Why would he do that? But it's like somebody's got to win.
Yeah, and Punk's like, I would have did the same thing. He's like, I don't see a problem with it.
But it's like it doesn't make sense, the commentary surrounding it, because Jimmy told him in the locker room, like, "Hey man, I'm out there and I'm trying to win this thing." So Jay's trying to win this thing. So is Jay supposed to throw himself over the top because Jimmy helped him a couple times, and then they both can't win?
And then what if it comes down to both of them at the end? Then what?
Yeah, it just
like what are we gonna flip a coin and see who jumps out?
Yeah, the whole commentary behind it was kind of. I understand, he threw his brother out, no, whatever. But at the end of the day, it was every man for himself. That's what a battle royal is. Like, there shouldn't be like no, Jay's going to turn now because he threw Jimmy Uso out. Well, what was supposed to happen? I mean, it's
so interesting to see, sort of. It's interesting and kind of annoying to see where they're going with the story now with Jay, because, Jay and Jimmy, and then LA Knight, because this is what I thought should have happened. LA Knight should have won the Battle Royal, and he should have went to Saturday Night main event against CM Punk and joined the Vision and had them help him win, and he should have won the title. And LA Knight should win the World Heavyweight title and join the Vision.
Oh, okay.
Because he just keeps getting screwed over. And then Punk gets screwed again. And then that leads more Punk towards WrestleMania or whatever it is, and time to figure shit out. Instead, we got Jay versus Punk, which, one or the other is going to win, or they could get screwed out of it by the Braun since they weren't in the Battle Royal, and maybe nobody will be champion, and they'll put it off again. But that's a shitty way to end not even a PLE, a Saturday Night main event that's only on Peacock now, that's not even on NBC anymore. And if CM Punk does win, man, that's kind of lackluster for everything that it was kind of a build up to be and to do. You got to win your title at Saturday Night main event now. Like, but then they got his face on the poster too.
Yeah, I think he was going to win it regardless, honestly. But
and he probably don't care. I mean, it is what it is. It still means something, But it would have been a bigger payoff had it been at WrestleMania or a PLE or a bigger story with Seth Rollins and all that. And now they pivot, and now he's going to get it now and give it up at WrestleMania or something, or put somebody else over at that point now, right? So it's just like, but I mean, if he wins, I'll be happy. I'm not going to, there we go. Punk got the title. Can't complain. But what about Jay? Like, Jay going to win a second title? Is Jay going to turn bad? Is Jay going to join the Vision? Is Jimmy going to join the Vision? Which, I mean, Jimmy go bad again. What would be the point? They're going to screw Jay out of winning? I don't get all of it. Like, why not go with LA Knight? He's been the IWC and WWE Universe wanted LA Knight to win the Money in the Bank how many years ago? And since then, every single frickin' time there's something, and he hasn't. Why couldn't they just throw him a bone this time?
Yeah.
Where does he fit into this? Does he get involved in the match? We still got another week before it, right? It's on the November 1st, so we got another week to build for it. So it'd be interesting to see what happens in between there and what they're going to do, and it'll kind of lead us in a direction maybe of why they're doing what they did with Jay winning.
Yeah,
And then Dirty Dom got close too, which was a hell of a thing I seen with him getting thrown out and the refs not seeing it and jumping back in. That was great.
Mm-hmm. And I think the whole thing with the Vision is I think going forward they need to have Braun Breaker be the front man of it. I think that if someone else joins the Vision, it can't be like a top, like I'm the new leader of it. I don't think that's the direction they should go. It's just they seemed like they're kind of priming Braun Breaker to kind of take that mantle and be the leader of that group. So,
and is he main event WrestleMania material
right now?
Yeah,
not with how they've booked him lately, but like I think he could hold his own if he was in the main event. They would just have to,
he was good with the IC title. Like he had some good promos back and forth with Jay and some stuff going on. So we can't take that from him. But recently, from what they've been doing, he hasn't really said much of significance other than what he's done. That's no
fault of his. That's like not his fault.
No,
you know what I mean?
no.
So.
And Bronson Reed's not over him, right?
No.
For a title or nothing, right? He was the one that picked up the title. He was the one holding the title.
I think they have to have a third join the Vision just so they can have Roman and Jimmy and Jay in a triple threat. I think that's kind of what they're kind of going for. And
they were all asking and talking on the internet too about how Austin Theory was supposed to come back and join them for War Games. Like, is this stupid IWC dirt sheet shit, or was this something that was actually real?
Yeah,
like,
I didn't have to listen to that.
And then what the hell are we doing with War Games now? No, they haven't announced anything for it. No. It's the next PLE. I mean, it's still not for. Man. It's a little bit over a month away still, but they're gonna have to get to it after Saturday Night Main Event. That's gonna have to shape up and figure out what they're doing. But I personally thought, like I said, LA Knight should have won and join the Vision and get over on Punk and keep it going. But is it too obvious for Punk to win because his face is on the frickin' poster now and everything, and he's going against Jay, and he just beat Jay in the week before for the match to get there. And then Jay's winning and they're going against each other again. He already GTS'd him. Put him to sleep. What difference going to happen this time? Is Jay going to do what he did to Gunther and Braun Breaker to Punk?
I sure hope not. It just doesn't make sense. I think CM Punk is who's got to win that.
You think so?
Because of what
you don't see interference from the Browns or something for not getting in the Battle Royal to be able to fight for that title?
I'm not sure. I really don't know, but I just think that moving forward long term, like they need to put the title on somebody that's like a needle mover. I know Jay is whatever with his crowd and whatever, but I think Punk can just
hold that
title and be a placekeeper, you know what I mean? So
if Punk holds it, it holds the same weight that it did when like Seth had it.
Yes.
Maybe even more, honestly. I mean, the merch you're going to sell is probably more. If you put it on Jay, we already seen what Jay did with it. Regardless if they turn Jay or turn him into a different Jay that we've had. And then if you do, then say goodbye to all the yeeting.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think they're going to do that. Same thing with Cody Rhodes turning heel. Don't think they would be able to do it with Jimmy. I think that's Jay. I'm sorry. I think it's a red herring of sorts. Is it a work? Is it not a work? I
don't know.
Time will tell, man. But
yeah,
I got to ask because that was Monday Night Raw, and we also talked about it after Monday Night Raw. The Karrion Kross documentary came out. Is this a work? And
a big work.
I got to ask you straight up. Is this a work or is it not a work? And I
have no idea. He said it's not. He said it's not. Oh, you go. Okay.
And I will answer for you. Isn't life a work? Isn't everything we do in this business a work? I think it's a work. I think it's a work. Okay. I don't think that it's a very planned out work. but I think that it's kind of his way of trying to get on the independents, get a buzz for himself. And to be honest with you, I think like the Karrion Kross buzz is dying out. I mean, it's kind of, he had all that fire momentum, and then he had those few events, the one event that you went to,
which was
the Wrestle
crazy.
Pro,
Yeah,
all these different things he's been doing, but then it's kind of like slowly but surely, like it's getting kind of lost in the algorithm of social media, of the stuff that he's doing, and the
I don't think it is, to a certain extent, of like his diehard fans. You know what I'm saying? And the fans that follow him everywhere, you know, they're gonna keep track of him and see what's going on, and he's gonna do great on the independents. And I know his lines are crazy, and his meet and greets, you know, they're gonna be the best, and he's probably gonna do the best on the indies out of the majority of anybody that's out there, right? But as far as like WWE Universe and seeing people in the crowd saying we want Kross and like speaking out as far as the WWE Universe, I think you're probably right now, right? Because we haven't heard stuff for, you know, same with the thing we're talking about with R-Truth, right? Nobody's really, everybody kind of forgot about him, unfortunately. And I think it's bullshit, even, you know, I'm bringing it up because we get Aleister Black and Selena Vega almost cutting an exact promo of, it seems like what Karrion Kross and Scarlett would have been doing.
Yeah, I don't.
It's bullshit. Pisses me off. I don't know. It kind of
really
turns me off the
make a lot of
WWE a little bit. Watching the whole thing and hearing the whole story, you know, regardless of what it is or what it's not. So.
Yeah, and the whole thing of, okay, so I was even thinking about this. AJ Styles going on that whole rant of, oh, I don't have any friends, I don't got anybody that's got my back, everything else, and then Dragon Lee ended up stepping in. Like in my head, I was like, is that spot supposed to have been for Killer Kross or Karrion Kross? Because remember the little feud they had, and then Karrion Kross is always backstage in everybody's ear going on about stuff and whatever. So I was always thinking, like, man, or not always thinking, but I've been thinking, like, is that the spot for Karrion Kross that just never went?
Right. And we know they were tight and they had a good relationship too, Karrion Kross and AJ Styles. So it's very, very, very possible. I could see that. Yeah. And what they did with the Wyatts too, and or what they wanted to do. And then, like I said, what they did with Aleister Black and Zelina Vega too. It's like very interesting to see. And it's just in general with the contract negotiations, because we just had Jasmine Ninks on Ariel Helwani show talking about why she didn't resign, you know, which kind of made sense. And there's a lot of other variables to that whole situation. But it just shows when it comes time to do your contract with the WWE, if you ain't one of the biggest stars there, you really don't have much room to negotiate, it seems like, at all. And especially now, probably with TKO, you know, I mean, and then with sales and seats and everything going on, changing too. And if they're losing money, I mean,
oof.
I'd be happy if I was one that had that guaranteed contract. It was, you know,
I was going to say
at this point,
just take the contract they offer you and be happy with it. But hey, some people aren't like that, and like was in the Killer Kross
I don't
documentary, is that he wasn't about the money; he was about his art and his craft and stuff. And I got to respect that as well, you know. And you know, he probably made really good money when he was in WWE. Is he making great money on the independents? Probably not, but like, to him, it means more to him to like tell the story, and like you got to respect that. But me, like,
I can relate to it in my last year in life a lot. You know what I'm saying? Just with my career and everything that's happened, it's kind of a weird situation, comparable to itself, a lot of ways in principle and money and, you know, mental health and what's right and what's wrong too. It's you know, it's weird. But it's interesting seeing him there with Darby Allin too, you know.
Yeah, that was the most compelling part of the whole thing.
Which is cool. I mean, I love Darby Allin. He's one of my favorite wrestlers, regardless of what's going on, you know, where. Yeah.
Yeah, regardless if he's getting drowned in the ring in a fish tank or not.
Exactly. Yeah.
If they're putting a kebab skewer under his fingernails or whatever.
Yeah. Favorite wrestler to climb Mount Everest.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Shout out Darby Allin.
Yeah.
But yeah, hey, is it a work? Is it not a work right now? I gotta say, it is a work because
okay.
Regardless, and I'm not saying it's a work as in he's working with WWE's. Regardless of what is actually going on, we're sitting here questioning what's reality and what's not. So at that point, he is working us. If nothing else, he's working you and I because we really just don't know what's happening with him. So
in some type of way. Yeah, because it's all type of work one way or another, and it may lead into a different. You don't know what's going to happen in the future, and then they will make out of it what they make out of it, right? And as he says, he's the unreliable narrator as the character in Moby Dick to a certain extent. So, can you? Is it true or is it not true? You know, like how much is exaggerated and how much of it is not. It's kind of cool. I thought it was clever the way that he did everything with that whole story. I was like leaning into the TV and I'm like turning it up and I'm like, oh my, what the hell is he about to say here? You're really not gonna like what I'm about to say, but first I'm gonna make you feel good.
Bonus points if you can tell me who the narrator in Moby Dick's name is.
Ishmael?
Oh, you got it.
Yeah. I got it? Yeah.
Yeah.
I watched the documentary twice, so it probably stuck in my brain. Okay. Then I was looking up Moby Dick all night. I
was going to say, different things were coming up in your Google search. Yeah, different things were coming up in your Google search if you just Google Moby Dick, you get a little bit different in the book.
I forgot the Moby.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's funny. It was actually the singer Moby's Dick that was popping up on your screen, but
But I was looking into the whole story. It's interesting though. Like you said, all the social commentary that's part of it, and all the metaphors and different things that it speaks about. It's interesting. Makes me want to read a book. God.
I was going to say, it's funny how you knew the name Ishmael because you watched the documentary twice, but you read the book 0 times. So, I watched a documentary where a guy brought it up, so I know exactly what his favorite is. Yeah.
Have you ever read the book?
I've read.
Did we have to read it in school? Yeah, parts of it exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I skimmed through it. Yeah, I know the basic premise of the book.
There's a big whale and it's a boat and they bit the guy's leg off or his arm. Yeah. I knew that too. Yeah.
All right, good. Glad you knew that.
Yeah, interesting. Can't wait to see where it goes with that. And Wrestle Dream, interesting too. I mean, the main event was Moxley and Darby Allin. Darby Allin finally gets the win over Moxley after everything, after the skewers under his fingernails. Ugh. You know, they had to go all out to a certain extent. They had to go all Wrestle Dream. They had to make you dream. It was a nightmare, not reality. What'd you think about the match?
I didn't like it at all. It's not wrestling.
Yeah,
I understand.
I mean, it's wrestling, but it's just
match. Blah 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 blah. It's like, okay, when you got to drag a fish tank in the ring, then fill it with buckets of water just to put someone's head in it, it's like okay. And
people were mad there was no piranhas. They thought they was going to get the piranhas back, and
Well, it's like, and then that's the main event of the pay-per-view, and the World Heavyweight title goes on before that. So in my head, you're burying the World Heavyweight title by having that match go on last. So it's
right, and they had to do such as because Grandpa Sting showed up.
Yes,
OG Sting. Yeah.
Stung.
Great.
Yeah, he's stung.
Stung. Gray hair stung. Yeah. Surprised he still had his stinger, but he had the bat and he broke the fish tank. Fish bowls everywhere.
Ugh.
They could have put some fish in it, at least some goldfish or something.
They probably would have gotten like PETA all over their ass.
But I thought it was decent match at some points. You know, Darby got the brunt of it for the most part. The problem is just the end. It was just like, okay, Scorpion Deathlock. You know, he hit the coffin drop and you know everything else on him from Sting too. And then he didn't tap out. He didn't say I quit. There was no microphone with him saying I quit. It was just we take the rest word for it. Did he really say I quit, or did he say I give up, or are they going to play some type of game now with that? John Moxley isn't banished. The Death Riders didn't turn on John Moxley. there's not much of a conclusion there. I guess we'll see tonight on Dynamite where they go with it, you know.
And it's funny.
It was cool to see Darby hang the flag high and you know, wave the flag, and you know, he's the face of AEW more than Hangman Page at this point with the flag, and I'm happy for him in that aspect. You know, Darby Allin deserves it. He's put in his work, his time throughout his career and everything he's been through, and you got to respect him for holding up that flag, and that's real. You know what I'm saying? That you can relate to that part of it.
And I was gonna say, if I was involved in a match like that, I would just quit too. So I don't really Moxley for it.
Right? Yeah. Yep. And then Mercedes Moné, more belts, leading towards more belts with Chris Statlander. Hopefully not. Lord have mercy. GOAT, the GOAT, as the IWC likes to call her. They either love her or they hate her. Yep.
Yeah. Not a fan.
They're calling her the GOAT, but how you better put all these people over. You better put all these people over after you're done this whole 50 belt winning spree. Like, you better put all these other people over with every single belt and lose them all and be the biggest downfall of your career. Because if not, I don't know what the hell you're doing.
Yeah, not a fan whatsoever. Don't like it.
Yep.
Don't like it. They say she's
no
the GOAT. She
MJF.
looks like a camel. Yeah. It's weird.
Yep. No MJF. It is what it is. Wrestle Dream. Wrestle Snooze. I don't know.
Go to sleep.
They had some good matches. They did their thing, but in the end, NXT TNA, I'll take that any day now.
Yep.
Javon Evans, Leon Slater, freaking amazing. Leon Slater, my new favorite wrestler. The Swanton into the 450. Yeah. Right? Yeah. Crazy. TNA.
TNA.
TNA. Yeah.
TNA
Put them together.
Sounds wrong. AEW. That's amazing.
Yep. Leon Slater, Javon Evans against Mr. Iguana and La Parka.
Oh, boy.
Halloween Havoc, baby.
Oh, boy.
One of the great WCW pay-per-view names to survive, for sure. Especially for spooky season and Halloween time. But, baby, next weekend, or not next weekend, yes, but next week, got to be our special Halloween Ringside Renaissance episode. So you might not know what to expect. Something crazy. Surprises to come. Yes. Just like the surprises that we have. We had a little contest, so somebody won a t-shirt, so we got to send it out. Shout out to Mariana. She's getting a free t-shirt. She won a t-shirt. Yep. Awesome. So congratulations.
Make sure you send us a picture of you wearing the t-shirt so we can post it up on our podcast.
Yep, that's what they said. They gonna do it. So t-shirt will be in the mail soon. And we'll see where everything else goes with this wrestling stuff. This wrestling. Good times. NBA's underway right now. We're back with the NHL. The World Series is about to be popping. NFL's popping. Everything's going on. So a lot of fun. Lots of stuff to do. Halloween, baby. Next week. Let's go. What's going to happen? Yeah. So without a doubt, we are as seen on Netflix. Busted Open approved. The bad boys of the wrestling podcast world. And that's the best co-host, the best tag team partner, the best friend in the world, Pretty Deadly Jesse. Jess Stradamus. And I'm Andrew Combat Jones. And you've been listening to the Ringside Renaissance Wrestling Podcast. Peace. Ace Frehley, baby.